some girl chat.
I am.
Always.
Preparada. Okay. Our guest co-host today is the star of Love and Hip Hop New York and one of the flyest ladies you'll ever meet.
Yes.
Please say what's up to Remy Ma. You look so fly today.
You do.
I love it. I'm here for the whole look.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm actually feeling great. I'm here with some great ladies. Y'all giving me great vibes all week.
Now, Remy, Sunday is going to be a big day for you because you are nominated for the Grammys, 2 of them. We are so proud of you.
Yes. So major.
How does it feel to be nominated for 2?
It's amazing. Like I've said it since I found out about the nomination. Just to be picked out of this whole, plethora of artists that go so hard all year, for them to say, out of everyone, we handpick you because we feel like you should be recognized. It's a win in itself. Whether I become the first
Absolutely.
one.
It's true.
Now, what we really want to know is, what are you going to wear? You haven't picked out?
Well, about
Everything.
that.
Details.
Right after I finished screaming, like, oh my God, we're nominated, I was like, so, let's start working on what I'm wearing.
Yes.
So I have one dress by this amazing designer, Karen Sabag. It has over 8,000 Swarovski crystals, about 10,000 fresh water pearls on it. The dress is amazing.
Is it heavy?
Yeah, of course it's heavy, but who cares? Who cares?
Okay.
What actually made me happy, I'm actually still getting alterations on it, because the last time I tried it on, it was still a little too big. I was like, what?
Oh,
We had to take it in. I love this dress.
Great feeling. Yes, I always like that feeling.
So I have that
You're
dress,
gonna be
and
snatched.
just in case, because I always, prepare for the worst, just in case.
Yes.
I have another dress that's made by a friend of mine. He does like a lot of my personal tailoring and dresses, and he's D. Anthony. And I said, babe, if they ask me what dress am I wearing, like, what do I tell them? What's the name of it? He's like, well, vindictive for now. I'm like, I don't get it. He was like, well, when I made the name of my company, I was feeling a little vindictive, but I'm over it now. So I'm like, all right, so
you're here for it.
So I'm just gonna tell them I'm wearing vindictive for now. 2 months the label might change. I don't know. I'm not sure. But both dresses are equally amazing, and even if I don't wear the second dress on the red carpet, I'm gonna wear it to an after party.
Yeah, what color is the second dress?
They're both the same colors. They're both like a silvery white thing going on.
Ooh.
Now it goes good with my melanin.
I love it.
I
I can't wait.
Yes, it sounds. Well, the thing is, you come out with so much steez. Like, you really could not look bad in any look. So I know it's going to be lit.
And I know your shoes.
Yes.
Your shoes are gonna be amazing.
Shoes.
Always have awesome
honestly,
shoes
I
on.
picked the shoes before I picked the dress.
Yeah, you come out. We should have had a shoe cam for your shoes. They were amazing all week.
I love shoes. I have this thing. I have a room, literally. The room in your house that's supposed to be the master bedroom.
Yeah.
That's my shoe closet. Like, I literally have one side is shoes and one side is sneakers. Like, I am addicted to footwear. It's really bad.
love
Shoe
it.
fanatic.
Oh, wow.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Make some room.
Hey, girl, I got it.
Well, speaking of figuring out your look, if you're thinking of wearing your hair natural, you may want to listen to this. A new study reveals that women who decide to embrace their natural hair really can face bias. Yeah, the Perception Institute conducted a good hair study, which showed photos of black women with both natural and smooth hair. Now, the study found that a majority of people, regardless of race and gender, held some bias towards women of color based on their hair. The strongest bias of natural hair came from white women, who said that it was less sexy and less attractive. However, white women who were around naturalistas came off as less biased. Ladies, what do you think of this study? This is really interesting.
This is gross.
It is interesting.
I mean,
but
are we really talking about this?
No, it's
your
true.
opinion on someone's hair, especially when it's what God put on your head?
absolutely.
Yeah, it grows straight out of their scalp.
No, but
I
unfortunately,
personally
it's true.
think that everyone should have at least 50 different wigs like myself. So this way, depending on what type of people you're going to be around, I'm going to be around my naturalistas, let me pull out my yaki straight. Oh, I'm going to be around the little people that's offended by my hair, let me go with that little
But
Dubai.
how nuts is that somebody would even
No,
be
because people-
offended by your hair?
People are like that. People feel like, oh my God, he has dreadlocks. It must be something wrong about him. Oh my God, she has this afro thing going on. What's that thing about? But there's nothing you can do. This is the hair that God put to grow out of my head.
Right.
Who are you to tell me that it's not sexy enough for you?
How do you feel?
Oh, I'm sorry.
See,
Actually,
I personally am going through this, and I went through it.
What do you mean?
On Sister Sister, my sister and I started out with naturally curly hair for like the first 3 seasons. And I didn't realize anything was wrong with my hair until I got older.
Because there wasn't anything
There was nothing wrong with it.
Right?
It was
right?
bomb. It was
I know.
gorgeous.
But in the business, if I'm honest, after I passed a certain age, curly hair was just cute. It wasn't sexy. And then, see, there goes my curly-headed boy. But then, so when I would do photo shoots, movies, or commercials, you guys, literally the hairstylists wouldn't know what to do with it. Some hairstylists were even afraid to put their fingers in my head.
What?
I know. And so you can imagine growing up as, a young woman coming into her own, feeling that, and it somewhat gives you, low self-esteem. So for a while, my sister and I wore our hair straight because we thought, it was
And how much
sexier.
damage did your hair
And that's
get?
the reason why, you guys,
Protective styling.
Yes, I'm not afraid to say it. I wear lots of wigs because I have learned that when you straighten it too much, your hair actually gets damaged. And the one thing that I love about having natural curly hair is that I can wear it straight, I can wear it curly. There's so many different styles, but when I wear it straight, it's because I want to wear it straight.
Right.
It's not because someone says, "Oh,
That
you
looks
look
better."
you look
Yeah, it's
sexier
just
that
that
way."
you choose to try various different styles, but it's
Yeah.
not because somebody said it doesn't look good.
Well, when I worked in corporate America, when I first started, I used to wear my hair natural. I would just, I wasn't into wigs and weaves and stuff like that. And you're right, Tamara. White women around me would want to put their fingers in my hair because my hair, I got hair like God up under here. It's that strong hair.
She was saying they didn't want to because they were
Yes,
afraid. of
they were
styling it.
afraid.
You're saying
mine
they
were
wanted
like,
to.
oh
They
my
were
God,
interested.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was like, it's like invading your personal space.
Yeah.
So that made me go, am I different? And they would treat me a little different because you have to realize I had to study up on my hair. And what I realized is that back in the 70s, when you wore an afro, that looked like it was power, and like you were rebellious. And so some of that kind of teetered off into that type of thinking when I was working in corporate America. But once people got to know me, this study is very, very interesting because once the women really got to know me, they didn't look at my hair. That's just Loni and her hair.
I'm not my hair.
Yeah, I am
my
not
hair.
my hair. But
I love that. I am not.
it's interesting today because now it's like we wear this as protective because we're under these lights so much. And we travel, we have stresses, all kind of stuff. You got heat. I want to keep my hair.
Me
so like on
too.
the weekends, I take this off and I'm like, hey, I'm natural, Loni. And it feels really good and free and nothing is wrong with it. We just got to
Exactly.
get over hair with black women. Leave us
I
alone.
have such a hard time though. Like I feel some type of way. I'm not gonna lie.
About what?
About the idea that someone would come up to you and be like, "Oh, can I go in your hair? That's so interesting."
Because they don't have
Then how come you never do that to them? You don't have their hair.
Because it's different with blacks.
Do you understand?
We not like
not
that.
right.
We've never
I
been.
do.
We've been more sensitive. We've been sensitive since we've been slaves. Okay.
Okay, but do you
it's just
understand
that's
what I'm
just
saying?
the way we are.
Would you ever? You obviously didn't have bone straight hair growing up. Did you ever walk up to a white woman and be like, "Can I put my hands in there?
No.
Can I touch it?"
There was actually a girl who used to sit behind me in junior high, and she literally would touch my curls and go boing, boing, boing. And I would turn around like, what? Why are you doing that? And she would say, it's just so interesting. I've never seen anything like that. And I can remember, you guys, it was only maybe about 6-7 years ago. It's sad that it still goes on today. I went on an audition. I killed it. And I asked my manager, how come I didn't even get a call back? And the casting director said, well, she did a great job, but we couldn't get past her hair. It was such a distraction. So you can imagine me going, what the hell? You're talking about who I am as a real person. Wait a minute. This is me. So you're saying me being me is a distraction? That's the reason why I really love these awesome curly bloggers. Instagrams. Because they're actually, celebrating and helping society learn to embrace what God gave
Because
you.
you know, one more thing, Tam, when I have headshots. I need to bring those headshots.
Yeah.
We'll do a throwback. And in my hair, it was little, I call it the little Esther roll afro. I could not get anything. I could not get booked. I mean, I would not get booked at all. And I was going in killing the auditions, but they would not book me. The minute I put some straight hair on, I got booked my first commercial. I got booked. So it's like sometimes you have to assimilate if you want to work.
That's
I mean,
so
do I not work or do I
whack.
not eat? How many sisters out there, I see you with your natural hair, have been judged? Round of applause.
I just think that's so crazy.
It is.
In this study, they specifically said this one quote, which was that the white women felt that the hair was
Not sexy.
not
That's the
sexy,
part that
attractive.
and not attractive, right? And they're okay with saying that. You know how crazy I would look sitting up here saying, well, I don't find stereotypically what white, stringy, straight, greasy hair looks like. Could you imagine, like, how nuts that would sound to actually say, well, white hair is whack to me. They got like 3 strands of hair. Like, what? Like,
But that
that
sound like their
stringy,
hair is
greasy
dirty.
hair.
This is why, though.
You know, they gotta wash their hair. A lot of my white girlfriends
Yeah.
gotta wash.
I only wash
stereotypically
my hair every
Wash their
once.
hair every day because it gets greasy. And if
this
they
is-
don't, by the end of the week, it gets stringy and greasy. How rude would I sound saying that?
This is why I applaud women like my friend Tamara, Alicia Keys, Tracy Ellis Ross, all these women.
Lupita.
Yes, Lupita Nyong'o.
Yes.
Who just wear, because you look at those women who represent carefree, sexy, natural beauty, and tell me that they don't look
though,
beautiful.
Tamara and Ellis, they have the good curly hair.
No.
They don't got the me and Lonnie curly hair that we talking about.
But if
They got
they
the one that's a
rocked it-
little least offensive. Like when you get into like my husband, he tells me all the time that he loves, like when I have my natural, he's like, babe, I love your hair. Why don't you wear it like that? But it's hard to maintain natural hair. The products are super
really is.
expensive. More than any other hair products out there, and you have to do so much. If I wash my hair every day, I would never get anywhere. It literally takes hours to wash my. I have to part it in sections, brush it, hold that part, and team that part for a little while.
Put that pomade on it.
It's crazy. So
No, but that is-
there's different textures of curly hair.
So
and
how do we
certain ones
normalize-
Some of them are more offensive than others.
How do we normalize all types of natural hair?
I think we're seeing that curly hair movement right now.
Yes.
If I'm honest.
We're in that time, and I celebrate
Yeah.
every moment we see
Yes,
it.
what do we do to make it
That's
that
what
it's
we
not
have to do.
like,
I don't-
whoa.
Keep curling your hair however you want.
I know. I
That's
think
it.
you should let people be who they want to be and wear their hair they want to be and accept who they are. I think that's the. I don't think it's.
Yeah.
You know, we ain't got to normalize nothing. It's just if I want to wear my hair straight, don't
You
talk
should-
about me. If I want to take this off and wear
Absolutely.
it, don't talk about me. I mean, because like what you said. It was interesting. They thought it was unsexy. They only say that because they can't have hair like ours. You know.
You can always wear
I don't
your
know
hair
because
straight.
Michelle Obama always wore her hair natural, and she looked
Exactly.
sexy
She looked great.
all the
She
time.
looked
Like,
great.
Her hair be
Like you
bouncing
said,
and
Lupita.
waving all day.
That's the thing about us, and I love it. Us as African American and Black women, we have so many different types of
That is true.
cultures
Versatile.
and so many types of grades
Curls,
of hair
too.
and curls and things like that. That people are trying to figure us out. You're never gonna figure us out. Just accept us. That's all you gotta do. Stop.
They never gonna get it.
You're never gonna understand it.